You start drinking more water to feel better, more energy, clearer skin, fewer headaches. And then the opposite happens. You feel bloated, tired, foggy, maybe even a little nauseous. And you're thinking, how can water possibly make me feel worse? Here's the twist. The problem is rarely the water itself. It's the way water changes your body's balance. Your blood is a mix of water and minerals, mainly sodium and potassium. When you suddenly push a lot of plain water through that system, you can dilute those minerals, change how your nerves fire, and even shift fluid into places you don't want it. And there's another layer. Drinking more can sometimes mean you're peeing out electrolytes faster, or you're sipping constantly, which can confuse thirst and hunger signals and mess with digestion. So the goal here is not to scare you away from hydration. It's to give you a clean mental model for why more can backfire and how to spot the common patterns. Moving to slide 2. First, let's define what hydration actually means, because it's not just filling a tank. Hydration is your body keeping the right amount of water in the right compartments. Some water sits in your blood, some is inside your cells, some is between cells. And your body is constantly moving fluid around to keep blood pressure stable, keep your brain happy, and keep muscles working.
Electrolytes are the traffic directors. Sodium helps hold water in the bloodstream and helps nerves signal. Potassium is a big player inside cells. Magnesium and calcium matter too. When you drink water, you're not only adding fluid, you're also changing concentration. If you drink a moderate amount with meals and normal salt intake, your kidneys handle it smoothly. But if you suddenly double your water intake, especially as plain water, you can create a mismatch. You might feel lightheaded, weak, or just off. So the question becomes, are you truly dehydrated, or are you undermineralized for the amount of water you're pushing through? Moving to slide 3. One of the most common ways more water makes you feel worse is simple dilution. When you drink a lot of plain water quickly, the sodium level in your blood can drop. Not always to a dangerous level, but enough to create symptoms. Headache, nausea, brain fog, fatigue, sometimes muscle weakness or cramps. Your brain is especially sensitive to shifts in sodium concentration because water follows sodium. If the blood becomes more diluted, fluid can shift in ways that make you feel pressury and weird. Again, this can be mild, but it's real. This is more likely if you also eat very low salt, sweat a lot, or drink large volumes in a short window. It can also happen if you're trying to flush your system and you keep refilling a big bottle all day. A practical way to think about it is this. Water is not the only thing you lose. You lose minerals through sweat and urine. If you replace only the water, you can feel worse, even though you're technically drinking more. Moving to slide 4. Let's talk about the kidneys, because they're the reason you can drink water at all without constantly breaking your chemistry. Your kidneys filter blood, then decide what to keep and what to dump. They can make urine very dilute when you have excess water. But they have limits. They can only clear water at a certain pace, and they also excrete sodium, potassium, and other minerals along the way. If you're drinking large amounts all day, you may notice you're peeing constantly. That can feel like good hydration, but it can also mean you're washing out electrolytes faster than you're replacing them. The result can be that wired but tired feeling, or shaky energy, or a strange thirst that never fully goes away. There's also a timing issue. If you drink a lot in the evening, you wake up to pee, sleep gets fragmented, and then you feel worse the next day and blame the water for making you tired. It didn't directly. It stole your sleep. So pay attention to frequency, color, and timing, not just total ounces. Moving to slide 5. Another sneaky reason you can feel worse is what water does to your stomach. If you drink a big volume quickly, your stomach stretches. That can trigger bloating, reflux, or that heavy sloshy feeling. Some people also get nausea because the stomach is distended and digestion slows down. And if you drink a lot right before or during meals, you can dilute stomach acid. That doesn't mean you have low acid as a diagnosis. It just means the concentration changes for a while. For some people, that can translate into more burping, slower breakdown of food, and feeling overly full. Cold water can add another variable. Very cold fluids can slow stomach emptying for a bit in some people, and can also trigger a crampy sensation.
So if your main complaint after drinking more water is bloating and discomfort, look at the pattern. Are you chugging? Are you pairing it with meals? Are you trying to hit a number and forcing it? Your gut might be telling you the pace is wrong. Moving to slide 6. Let's separate two sensations that get mixed up all the time. Thirst and dry mouth. Thirst is your body asking for fluid balance. Dry mouth can be something else entirely. Mouth breathing, caffeine, stress, certain medications, even just talking a lot. If you chase dry mouth with constant water, you can end up overdrinking without ever fixing the real trigger. There's also habit thirst. You keep a bottle next to you. You take a sip every few minutes, and your brain starts treating sipping like the default response to any discomfort. Slight boredom, slight hunger, slight anxiety, sip. The result can be a weird cycle. You drink more, you pee more, you feel a little drained. You interpret that as dehydration, so you drink more again. A useful check is to pause and ask, is my mouth dry, or is my whole body thirsty? If it's mostly mouth dryness, simple changes like nasal breathing, a smaller sip, or mineral water can sometimes feel better than forcing another full bottle. This is about matching the solution to the signal. Moving to slide 7. Now let's bring in sweating, because that's where a lot of people get tricked. If you exercise, work in heat, use saunas, or just sweat easily, you're losing both water and sodium. Sometimes a lot of sodium. You might even notice white salt marks on clothing. If you replace that loss with only plain water, you can end up feeling worse. Headache after a workout, fatigue that feels out of proportion, muscle cramps, or just feeling flat. This is why some people say, I drank a ton of water after training and I still felt awful. That actually makes sense. Water alone doesn't rebuild what sweat took. And here's the subtle part. The more you drink, the more you can stimulate urination, which can push electrolytes even lower. So you can feel like you're doing everything right and still spiral. A more stable approach is to think in terms of replacement. When sweat is high, minerals matter. That can be from food, broths, or electrolyte drinks with reasonable sodium, depending on your needs. The point is balance, not maximal water. Moving to slide 8. Let's talk about headaches, because they're one of the most confusing hydration signals.
Dehydration can cause headaches,
Sure, but overhydration, or more accurately, electrolyte dilution, can also cause headaches, and the feeling can be similar. Dull pressure, fog, sensitivity. So if you respond to every headache by drinking a huge amount of water, you might be reinforcing the wrong fix. There's also a blood pressure angle. Some people run on the lower side. If you're low on sodium, your blood volume can be a bit lower, and standing up can feel dizzy. Drinking water can temporarily help, but if it increases urination without restoring sodium, you can end up back where you started. Sometimes worse. Caffeine complicates this too. It can increase urination in some people, and it can also mask fatigue. So you drink coffee, feel dry, then drink a lot of water, and pee a lot, then get a headache. It becomes hard to tell what started it. The practical move is pattern recognition. When do headaches show up, and what else is happening around them? Heat, exercise, low salt meals, lots of plain water. That context matters. Moving to slide 9. Another reason more water can make you feel worse is that it can mess with your appetite cues. Sometimes thirst feels like hunger, and hunger can feel like thirst. But if you're constantly drinking to hit a target, you can blunt hunger signals and then crash later. You end up undereating protein, or salt, or overall calories, especially if you're busy. Then you feel tired and shaky, and you assume it's dehydration. So you drink more, but the real issue might be that you needed food, not fluid. There's also a digestion timing problem. If you fill your stomach with water between meals, you might feel too full to eat properly. Or you eat a lighter meal, which can reduce sodium intake without you noticing. Over a few days, that can add up. A simple test is to notice what happens when you add a balanced snack instead of more water. Something with protein and a bit of salt. If your energy improves, that tells you the hydration problem was partly a fueling problem. Water supports metabolism. It doesn't replace it. Moving to slide 10. Let's get specific about bloating and puffiness, because people often assume that's dehydration. You can actually hold on to water and still be underhydrated inside cells. Fluid retention is about where water sits, not just how much you have. If sodium and potassium balance is off, or if stress hormones are high, your body can hold fluid in the wrong places. Ankles feel puffy, rings feel tight, face looks a bit swollen. Drinking more plain water doesn't automatically fix that. In some cases, it can make you feel more swollen because you're adding volume without improving the signals that move water into cells. Carbohydrates play a role too. When you store carbs as glycogen, you store water with it. So if your diet shifts, your water weight shifts. That can make you think water is the problem, when it's really normal storage changes. And then there's sodium fear. If you cut salt hard and increase water, you can feel puffy and weak at the same time. That combo is a clue that the issue is distribution and minerals, not a lack of water. So don't judge hydration by puffiness alone. Moving to slide 11. So how do you find your personal enough without turning hydration into math homework? First, stop thinking in one magic number. Needs change with body size, climate, activity, and diet. A high-protein diet can increase water needs. High-fiber meals can too. But that doesn't mean you should force liters on a schedule. A better approach is cues plus guardrails. First is a decent cue for most healthy people. Urine that is very dark can suggest you're behind. Urine that is totally clear all day, paired with fatigue or headaches, can suggest you're overdoing plain water. Next, spread intake. Big chugs create swings. Smaller amounts across the day are easier on the stomach and kidneys. And consider minerals, not as a supplement pitch, just as physiology. If you're sweating, eating very low salt, or peeing constantly, adding mineral-rich foods can make water work better. Finally, be careful with detox logic. Your liver and kidneys already do that job. Overdrinking is not a shortcut. It's just stress on the system. Moving to slide 12. Let's make this practical with a few common scenarios. Scenario 1. You start carrying a huge bottle and you finish it twice a day. You feel foggy and you pee every hour. That often points to too much plain water relative to electrolytes. Scenario 2. You drink most of your water at night because you forget during the day. Then you wake up to pee and feel exhausted. That's a timing issue. Scenario 3. You drink a lot with meals because you're trying to be healthy, but you get bloated and refluxy. That's a volume and digestion issue. Scenario 4. You sweat a lot, then you drink only water, and you get a headache later. That's a replacement issue. None of these require extreme solutions. Usually it's small adjustments. Drink a bit less total. Spread it out. Pair water with meals more thoughtfully. Get minerals from food. And if you have symptoms that are strong, persistent, or confusing, it's worth discussing with a clinician, because conditions like kidney issues, hormone problems, or certain medications can change the rules. Water is simple. Hydration is not. Moving to slide 13. Before we wrap up, let's cover the red flags. Most people just need better balance and pacing. But there are times when feeling worse with more water deserves extra attention. If you have confusion, severe headache, vomiting, or worsening weakness after drinking large volumes, that can be serious. If you have swelling that is new or rapidly worsening, or shortness of breath, that's not a hydration hack situation. And if you have known kidney disease, heart failure, or endocrine conditions that affect sodium and water regulation, the drink more water advice can be overly simplistic. Now, for everyone else, here's the simple summary. Water works best when it's matched to your losses and supported by minerals. Chugging creates swings. Constant sipping can create a loop. Nighttime loading can steal sleep, and sweating changes everything. If you want one experiment that's usually safe for healthy adults, it's this. For 1 week, stop forcing a big number. Drink when you're meaningfully thirsty, spread it out, and pay attention to how you feel. If this helped, hit the subscribe button once, and comment with your experience. Do you feel worse with more water? Yes or no? Your biology is programmable. Learn the signals.